All right, guys, Johnny with Upscale. So we're still at it. And today we got a spring cleanup. We're going to be doing great myrtles. And tell you what I did. Today's Thursday. We had rain predicted today. And so I did today's work yesterday because it was a bigger schedule. So we went on and knocked that out. And I left today open to do this job. I've got about 4 or 5 more that I had scheduled for today. But this was a major cleanup we had. And it's not a one-timer, but they won't be going on the schedule for like bi-weekly. It'll be when I call, sometimes. Well, this guy does it himself, but he said he can't always get to it, so that's the kind of thing. Do you do that? Leave that in the comments. But let me let you look at it. As you can see, it's cloudy, and you can see it's wet. It's been raining a little, but I told him we was coming. And if it doesn't do any more than this, we're gonna get it knocked out. And it's a complete cleanup. Here's the back. I'm gonna go ahead and get the string trimming done. See, it's a complete cleanup. And it's mowable, it's not too soft. It's just drizzled a little bit this morning. But we're gonna get it done. I'll bring you back a finish. I don't know how much footage I'll get, if I get any. All right, guys, so I have this area also, and this is coming off the backyard. Guys, whack your complete yard, because I didn't see this when I first looked. I looked from there to this end, and I thought that was it, but it's not that big of a deal. It'll take me a couple of minutes to mow that. So, but I've got the string trimming done, and the reason I'm not videoing a lot is because it's continually dripping rain, but we're gonna get this done. And so, guys, on this particular lawn, this bush that I'm trimming right now, it was not a part of what we are doing. We were supposed to just cut the crepe myrtle trees and do the cleanup. This bush and the ones over on the left-hand side, they were not included. But since we were doing the lawn and we doing the crepe myrtle trees, it will just make our work look that much better if we go ahead and just trim the bushes. Do you ever do that kind of work? The bushes were not included, but we went ahead, we trimmed the bushes, we did them to make our work look good. Because our vehicle is parked out front, and if we do all this work and leave those bushes, somebody's gonna notice that. And we get a lot of our properties from the neighbor watching what we're doing. And I've said that before. The neighbors are always watching. Always do your best work. I don't care what it is you're doing. I don't care where you're doing it. Do your best work. So, as you can see, we're trimming these crepe myrtle trees, and we're putting them in a pile on top of the tarp. Now, in most cases, when we do this, when we're inside the city, we can put them on the side of the, person's lawn, and the city will come by with the trash truck, and they'll pick that stuff up. But here in this area, in this subdivision, this is not in the city limits, and so They don't have city garbage or trash pickup, but individual company picks up the garbage here. But there is no trash pickup. Nobody comes by to pick up limb debris or nothing like that. So we have to dispose of this. What do you do with those limbs? Where do you take those limbs? Leave that in the comments and tell me that. Do you have a certain area, a place, or a dump where you take them? I'd like to know that. What do you do with that stuff? Because you can't just take it and just dump it on the side of the road somewhere. You got to have a place to take that. Because now, you take it out and you just dump it somewhere. You don't know who's standing by with a camera, videoing you, and before you know it, you're standing in front of the city council trying to, you're going to get a fine. So tell me what you do with that stuff. All right, guys, so the wind is picked up. I got the string trimming done. Got the string trimming done, the edging, everything in the back, and now I'm gonna get it mowed, and then we have the biggest out our way, and then we have that tree, and that tree that we gotta get trimmed. But we'll have everything mowed. I'm finna get on it, but I'm gonna blow everything first. So now, guys, I'm gonna blow the driveway and everything that has a bit of debris on it off. And a lot of times I'll do this because I don't like to spend a lot of time once I'm done mowing, waiting on my helper to blow or for myself to blow. So I'll go ahead and do it like now. And this cleans everything up for me. And the way I mow, uh, I don't put a lot of debris on the driveway or in the streets. I see a lot of lawn companies do that. They'll blow grass into the street or on the driveway. To me, that looks really, really unprofessional. You let me know what you think. But to me, that says that you know you're not real good at what you do. Because if you got to blow all that street, then you got to spend another 3 or 4 minutes or however long blowing, and you could be going to the next property. It just kind of doesn't make any sense to me. But you know, that's me. Maybe there's some, you know, something good about doing that, but I never put debris all over everything. I see some guys that blow the grass into the plant beds. I just don't see that. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm gonna blow everything off, get it real cleaned up. I may even walk around to the back and go ahead and blow the patio off because when I mow in the back, I won't put any grass on the patio, and I've already string trimmed around. So the string trimming is done, and I'm gonna blow it, and then I'm gonna be getting on the mower, and I'm gonna mow everything, and then we'll be out of here, and we'll be done with this cleanup. So I'm gonna get it blowed off. So right here, I'm starting to mow in the back. Now, I have a certain way that I mow lawn. Very rarely will you see me start in the front in the yard. I always normally start in the back. And here's the reason why. Because it, I really don't see starting in the front because I start in the back. I mow everything in the back, come to the front, and I'll start on the opposite side of where my trailer is so that when I'm done, all I do is drive straight up on the trailer and put the mower up. It just makes sense to me. But I'm gonna get this mowed, and if you look at the cut, that's being put down by the standalone grade. The standalone grade right before I did this lawn, I put a brand new set of gator blades on it. And I really like those gator blades. And so the blades are nice and sharp, and it's really putting out a good cut. And you have to think about that. That's one key to your mowing that you should never neglect is your blades and how sharp your blades are. Uh, I usually sharpen my blades like maybe every 10 days. Uh, Depends on what I mow. There are times when I sharpen them every week, but normally I sharpen them about every 10 days. So uh, keep those blades sharp, and that's the key to good mowing. Now, as you see, down here in this area, we don't do a lot of striping. We do make straight lines. That is very important, but we don't really go after striping like a lot of the guys do up north. Because, and another thing is because we don't mow as high. The average cut in my area, probably about 2.5. Every now and then you get a 275, but normally I'm from 2.5 to 225, sometimes 2 inches. Because when you're getting rain and your temps are up at 90 to almost triple digits, the grass really grows. So you want to put a decent cut on it when you cut on it to make it really look good, and so that, you know, it won't be as raggedy looking in a couple of days. So in our area, like I say, down here, the grass is just different. Most of your grass here is either, you're going to see Bermuda is your top grass. You'll do more Bermuda lawn than you will anything. Then there'll be St. Augustine and Centipede. Every now and then you'll come across a Georgia lawn. But usually it's Bermuda, St. Augustine, and Centipede. Those are your main three grasses. Now, this particular lawn, like all of my lawns, will start here in the spring of the year. I usually do my first cut, and then I'll come back, and you'll hear different ways of doing this. But I'll come back after this cut, and I come back again. I will go down with my weed feed. Once I do my weed feed, I'll come back and I'll start to go with my fertilizer, because a lot of the lawns that I do, if I've done the lawn like last season, I already have a weed feed program going with it. So I don't have to do a whole lot to it. But this lawn, as you can see, it's got weeds in it, and this is a new property. And so we will start fresh with weed feed, and when we come back, we'll do the weed feed. We normally wait until after it gets a rain. This time of the year, you're getting rain like every week. So it's not going to take long. So in the next couple of weeks, I'll come back and I'll do whatever fertilizer that I'm going to use. And that works for me. And then probably over into May, close to June, at some point, I would do a light nitrogen. Now, what you have to realize about that nitrogen, you don't want to over nitrogen it or you will be a mowing machine. So I'll do a light nitrogen on it and then come back and maybe sometime in probably June, if it needs it, I may put a little bit of Green Max on it and really make it pop. And then after that, I won't put anything down until probably around the fall, around October. I won't put anything else on it. But that's my, That's my cultivating program that I do, and it works for me. Now this one, this line here, I don't know. I may give it, you know, 2 doses of weed feed because as you can see, it is weeded up. This one is really weeded up. But again, I don't know. I'm trying to get this guy to get on the schedule. He uh he normally mows the lawn himself, but he say he don't know. He say his time is getting more and more. Uh, he's more and more busy, and he doesn't get to mow it like he used to. He said he may end up using us, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be using us because I'm going to do all I can. Because if you see the lawn right next door, we do the next house on the corner. So, and the house next door, I've talked to those people. So, they're all watching what we do, the lawn on the corner, and we do another two more on up the street, and they look really good. And so, again, guys, the neighbors are always watching. So, that's the way I do my work. I do it like I know someone is watching me, and then before long, somebody comes out or somebody walks across the street and say, "Hey, what I have to do to get on your schedule?" And it's because they're watching, they like what they see, they like the way you do things. And I mean, keep that in mind. And look professional. Look like you know what you're doing. Don't ever work like you're confused or you're over here. Have a pattern to what you do. Have a way you do things. Because I'm telling you, you may not see the neighbors, but they're probably standing in the window looking right at you. And the neighbor, maybe someone that does it themselves from time to time or however they're doing it. The neighbor may not even know that lawn care is what they need. They want their lawn to look a certain kind of way. You have subdivisions like this. They have HOAs and HOAs. HOAs put pressure on you to have your lawn look a certain kind of way, and you know that's what it's all about, guys. And so when you go out, put your best foot forward, do a good job. All right, guys. So we got that crate on that end trimmed, those bushes trimmed, and Duck's working on this crate, and then that'll be it for us. We're just about done. All right, guys, and it's done. And we cut the crepe myrtles, got those trimmed, and all that took us right little over an hour. This bad boy was kind of raggedy, but we got it done. Let's take a look at the back. We got that crate right there done. It's the back. All right, guys, here's the other side of the house. We got all that done. And we beat the rain so far. We're gonna go and see if we can get 3 or 4 or 5 more done until the rain stops. We head to the next one.